De 7 klimaaktivister for at være ledere af demonstrationer, der skulle have planlagt at være voldelige over for politiet. Der er ikke nogen ledere. Demonstrationerne var ikke voldelige. Der kan ingen, der kan gøre sig ansvarlig for en hel bevægelse. Så i dag siger vi har ret til at protestere. Stop undertrykkelsen af ytringsfriheden. Og drop alle anklagerne mod klimaaktivisterne. God demo!
I think one of the things with these charges that we're facing is that they're trying to individualise responsibility for actions that were taken by thousands and thousands of people. And it's clear that they do that to make all of us, anybody who says that they want to be a political activist, afraid of doing the things that we do.
Violence against the police, serious disturbance to public order, encouraging others to significant damage of property. Cash and Noah were arrested. These things that they are charged with never happened.
Hvor er de brede for arbejdspladserne? Hvor er de store NGO'er? Hvor er de store oppositionspartier? In this country, the media are silent as grave. And where is all the standards from Tuesday? Where's the angry workers from the workplaces? Where's the big NGOs? Where's the big opposition parties?
There hasn't been a lot of organisational support here in Denmark, which is interesting because these laws that are coming into effect and the outcome of this case actually dramatically affects the activities of most organisations of civil society, union organisations, like environmental organisations, social justice organisations. All of their activities come under fire and are more risky.
I Norges og Natasjas sag forsøger vi at gøre enkeltpersoner ansvarlige for kollektive handlinger.
Power to the people! Another world is possible! We know how! Vi er dem, de andre ikke må lege med. Vi er det dårlige selskab. Vi har en svag karakter og en billig fantasi. Det er godt, at vi blev født, før bomben den blev fri. Vi er dem, de andre ikke må lege med.
In the media, we were portrayed as a bunch of irrational, violent youngsters, when in reality we were talking about real solutions to the climate crisis that promote climate justice. We were talking about the survival of humanity and the earth. We were talking about justice for the people affected by climate change. The police responded to our political agenda with massive repression. Months before the COP15, we have been under constant surveillance. Our phones have been tapped, civil cops have infiltrated our meetings and demos. During the COP15, up to 2,000 people were arrested. Hundreds of people got beaten up and extensively pepper sprayed, not only on the streets, but even inside the cages of the climate prison. Police raids were made at the common sleeping spaces and in private homes without reason. Throughout the process, we have actually been going to dialogue meetings with the police to tell them our plans and to have an as open process as possible, where we have been promised that there would be no civil cop infiltration and the police would not come to the sleeping spaces. They have done everything that they said they wouldn't. The arresting of spokespersons, our friends and comrades who have stood forward publicly and who have become so good at communicating and gaining recognition of our political messages in the media. The same goes for the confiscation of sound wagons and visuals, such as banners, signs and bike constructions. These were all attempts to make it more difficult for us to communicate a political message and attempts to silence the voices that were serious about making a system change based on climate justice. Danish politicians did not react to this silencing and criminalization. Relevant to the situation we are facing today, the function of the police is to preserve a social order based on oppressive mechanisms of capitalism. The function of rehabilitation in prisons is in reality a mechanism of control. What kind of people deserve to be locked inside such a prison? What about our hand-picked climate activists, promoters of climate justice, and all political prisoners that fight for autonomy, freedom, and self-determination? Is it okay that the society in which we live in wants to put these people in prison? It is simply not acceptable that 7 people are sentenced on behalf of something that thousands of people did together. And it is not acceptable that actions of civil disobedience are labeled criminal. If we cannot question the system which we live in without being labeled criminals, then we are living in a totalitarian system. If democracy has any meaning in Denmark today, it has to recognize that no single individual can be held responsible for how free people choose to express themselves on the streets and show their disapproval of the way things are going. Drop all the charges against the climate activists now and free all political prisoners. Until we have a society based on justice.
Jeg tænker lige, at vi måske skal sådan have lidt fælles følelse af det sidste, så hvis I kan huske det.
It was for everybody. When they put these sort of charges against political activists, it targets all of us, like everybody. Yeah. But it does feel really isolating and alone, so it was so fucking amazing to have so many people come to a demonstration in solidarity and to speak out against it and cook their asses off for us all. Yeah.